Good morning and welcome to this session of Money, Sex, Power. We are learning wisdom from the greatest wisdom book written by the greatest wise man, Money, Sex, Power. Today is day 3, so we will read from chapter 3, verse 3. Do not let grace and truth ever leave you. Tie them together about your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Now here the wise man is saying, do not let grace and truth ever leave you. What is grace and what is truth? And he says, tie them together. That means you should be simultaneously having grace and truth. Simultaneously. Tie them together about your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will find favor and good reputation in the sight of God and people. Now, how to receive favor from people and favor from God? Many times in our lives, we do not have favor of our neighbors, our colleagues, your subordinates, your superiors, and so on and so forth. They're not very favorable to you. Consider you get your promotion. Your colleague may be against that. If your company wants to give you an increment, your boss will say he doesn't deserve the increment. So what happens is we lose the favor which we have with people. Of course, with God there is favor, but with people, when you do not have favor, even the favor of God will not reach you. Now, how to have the favor of man as well as God? It is by keeping grace and truth not to ever leave us. Now, what is grace? Now, let me explain what are the two things, grace and truth. Now, grace is, to be kind and tender and to help people beyond what is required. That's called as grace. Sometimes people are very, very, judgmental. In fact, sometimes when people don't work, we don't give their salary. When people do not behave rightly, we immediately give them punishment. That is not grace. Grace is something which will give the salary even if they have not worked. That is called as grace. Grace is to leave a person even though we cannot leave that person. You leave a fight. You leave an argument. Even though the other person is wrong, you still leave the argument. So that is called as grace. Truth is, to pay them what is due to them. That is called truth. Truth is very judgmental. Truth is very reactive. That's called as truth. Grace is very unreactive. My friends, you need to be simultaneously graceful and truthful. That gives you favor from everybody around you. Your subordinates will favor you. Your superiors will favor you. When increment comes to, everybody will say, give her an increment. She deserves it. Everybody will say, give him his promotion. He deserves it. The favor of God, the favor of man will be upon you. What you need to have? You need to have grace. Your attitude should be graceful. It is not dressing graceful or walking graceful. Many times people dress graceful and walk graceful and behave like a devil. You need to be graceful in all your behavior. You need to be graceful and you need to be so proactive. You need to make the atmosphere beautiful and less rigorous. You need to make people free. You need to make people enjoy. Never punish them for the errors that they do. At the same time, the second quality is truthful. Truthful means you need to be extremely truthful. I'm not saying truthful just applies to the place where you judge people. He is wrong, she is wrong, they are wrong, they deserve this, they deserve this sickness, they deserve this punishment. No. Be very clear. You need to live a truthful life. Truthful life means not a judgmental life. Truthful life is very truthful, life of integrity. It will attract everyone. So may you have grace and truth simultaneously. It is not one day you are graceful, the next day you are truthful. No, you are graceful and truthful simultaneously. When you tie them together, when you write it on your neck, that means you are imminently having it close to your heart and you are that. And when you write it in the tablet of your heart, I tell you, favor will be our lifestyle. Every one of us will be favorable to us, our colleagues, everybody will be favorable to you. Even your enemies will be favorable to you, because it says it will have a good reputation in the sight of God and people. No matter what they think, who they are, they will be favorable to you. Hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you for joining us. We will meet tomorrow, same time, same place. God bless you.